I'm Trish Bose, Executive Director of the San Diego River Valley Conservancy. I'd like to welcome you to Lake Hodges. Lake Hodges lies within the San Diego River Park, just south of Escondido, and is a very important feature of the park, having a variety of recreational opportunities for people and providing critical habitat for a variety of living things. The Conservancy works with many partners within the watershed to help preserve and protect its natural and cultural resources. These natural and cultural resources include everything from land and water to culturally sacred places and artifacts. By working together, we are keeping natural areas healthy and accessible for recreational and educational uses, including Watershed Explorers. Let's get started. Lake Hodges provides a potable or usable water source for neighboring communities and a habitat for many different animals. However, Lake Hodges didn't become a lake naturally. It is a man-made water reservoir. Lake Hodges water levels are maintained by the Lake Hodges Dam, which was built in 1918. The dam stops the natural flow of the San Diego River, causing it to build up over time into the lake you see today. Although people originally built Lake Hodges to provide water for growing crops, animals, and cooking food, the changes to the environment created a diverse set of habitat in which animals successfully adapted to and now rely on for food and shelter. The water from the San Diego River flows through riparian habitat, flows into the lake, and provides resources for many fish, birds, and invertebrates. The surrounding coastal sage scrub and chaparral plant communities are home to many species of birds, reptiles, mammals, and insects. We can use our senses of sight, smell, and sound to observe and identify the variety of life coming and going 24 hours a day, all year long. Sometimes we don't see the actual animals, but we find evidence of their presence. We often spot tracks such as these. Could be a coyote or a bobcat. Maybe it's a deer or a raccoon. Let's take a closer look and use some clues to figure it out. We also find scat along the trails as animals passed along seeds and fur from plants and animals they had for their last meal. Here's some scat with berries and hair. Those are clues that the scat is probably from a coyote, as they are omnivores. Since many animals are nocturnal, meaning they are active at night and tend to avoid people, we can use special tools such as camera traps to snap pictures of the animals as they come and go. The pictures provide data or information on the types of animals that are using the habitat around Lake Hodges, their behavior as well as their daily and nightly activity. These data help us manage the land and protect the habitat to keep a healthy balance within the ecosystem. Birds are an important group of wildlife here at Lake Hodges, so much so they're often referred to as indicator species. Indicator species are animals that signal the health or lack of health of the environment they're living in. Scientists monitor indicator species like birds to make sure the surrounding wildlife, plants, and water quality is healthy. When bird populations begin to decrease or show signs of distress, scientists know to look for potential pollutants or other stressors on the nearby habitat. Let's look at the area surrounding Lake Hodges. Do you notice anything that can potentially pollute the nearby water and habitat? Did you notice homes or think of lawn fertilizers, oil from cars on the road, pesticides from upstream, etc.? To monitor the bird diversity at Lake Hodges, we often enlist citizen scientists to come to the lake and identify the many species that can be seen or heard. Let's take a minute and listen. Many birds, such as the California quail and the cactus wren, have unique calls or songs that can help identify them. We can also use our eyes and, with the help of binoculars, identify birds by their shape, size, and color. Let's do some citizen science now and identify some of the common birds at Lake Hodges. We would want to note the date, the time of day, and the number of individuals we observed. But for now, let's start with identifying by shape and size and even color. We can also begin with a few common birds, such as grebes and white pelicans, which have unique shapes and clearly identifiable colors. How many can you see? Take 2 minutes and record the different birds you see and count how many there are. Take note of the color, size, and shapes of the birds you do not recognize. At the end of the 2 minutes, share your observations with someone, a classmate or a family member. Why do you think the birds that you observe choose to live at Lake Hodges? Is there anything surprising that you noticed? By participating in the count, you are helping scientists and the Conservancy in protecting this habitat and the wildlife that call it home. Way to go, Watershed Explorers! Lake Hodges thanks you, and so do we.